Of course, one of the hallmarks of the modern day Ozarks is the significant number of Fortune 500 and other large corporations that are headquartered here, mainly in the Springfield area and in extreme northwest Arkansas. And we recognize most of these, of course, Walmart, the largest retail corporation in the world, started right here in the Ozarks in northwest Arkansas and is still headquartered in Bentonville, Arkansas, and had owes much of its early success to the Ozarks because most of those early Walmart stores were located somewhere in the Ozarks and then grew out from there. Certainly a story that in many ways flies in the face of the stereotypes of the impoverished, backward Ozarks. Although many people today have found ways to tie Walmart in with that stereotype of the impoverished, backwards Ozarks. What's that? I'm sure the website is still up, but what's that? The one about Walmart people, what's it called? People of Walmart, where people take pictures of unseemly looking people in Walmart and then post them and make fun of them and stuff like that. Which to me seems like the most unchallenging thing in the world because, I mean, we've all been to Walmart and there's no real hardship in finding people to take pictures of there. But Walmart is here and I don't know, it'd be interesting to know how many people in the Ozarks are employed by Walmart. I don't know what the figure would be, but it'd be a major employer, probably more people employed by Walmart than maybe any other corporation in the Ozarks. Sam was a good example of, it's probably a generational thing too, but he was a good example of the small town guy who becomes the multimillionaire, or in his case a billionaire, who continues to live in the same house and drive the same truck and all that kind of stuff and sort of, but a part of that I think is just because you almost have to comport yourself in that way if you're going to stay in your town. Like he didn't move to LA or New York or somewhere like that. He stayed in the town. And if you're going to stay in the town, of course you're not going to build a gigantic mansion and have somebody chauffeur you around in a limousine and stuff like that. So you got to, I think there is a certain tradition to that in small towns of staying one of the people, being one of the people. But certainly Walmart has gone well beyond that now 20 years after Sam Walton died. And yeah, there are many things we could say about Walmart. Most of them great. I'm hoping to get a sponsorship for this class, once it hits iTunes, but it may not happen. We'll see. Yeah. Well, I'm not selling anything. Yeah, but you may not want to take any classes of mine again. Well, all right. I'm also a big fan of chicken, and yeah, Tyson Foods, and we got George's on there too. That's another poultry company. It's a poultry company. I don't know George's Steakhouse, but there is a it's a poultry company, George's. Yeah. Oh, there is a George's Steakhouse?
Yeah, in Glenstone. It's a real.
Okay, I haven't been to that one. Okay. Yeah.
That's the 3 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. Well, this Tyson Food, another Northwest Arkansas company, another company that grows out of the soil of the Ozarks. Of course, this one starts in the 1930s with the growth of the poultry industry in the Ozarks, and Tyson becomes the largest. They advertise themselves as the largest meat processing company in the world, not just poultry, but I guess just in general. Though mainly what we know them for is chicken and turkey. But certainly another Fortune 500 company, and one that has been responsible for a lot of the demographic change that we've seen in the Ozarks. Tyson, as a poultry company, one of the first companies to bring in large numbers of unskilled, low-pay workers from Hispanic backgrounds. So that's going. Of course, here in Springfield, we have the headquarters to O'Reilly Auto Parts, or O'Reilly Automotive, another big corporation, one of the larger auto parts retailers in the nation. I'm not sure where it ranks, with Napa and these other places, but it's right up there, close to the top. And J.B. Hunt, what's J.B. Hunt? Trucking company. We've all seen we've seen the containers going down the rails and everything else. J.B. Hunt at one time was the largest trucking company in the United States. I'm not sure if it still is or not, but back in the 80s and 90s, I think it was the largest.
I thought they were Dallas or Texas.
J.B. Hunt, they're headquartered in Northwest Arkansas. Yeah. J.B. Hunt actually has a tie-in with Tyson and the other poultry companies. The actual J.B. Hunt, the man named J.B. Hunt who founded the company, got his start trucking rice hulls from southeast Arkansas, from the rice country in southeast Arkansas to northwest Arkansas, and they used those as chicken litter. They spread them out on the floors of the chicken houses, and the chickens would crap on them, and they come in and scoop them up with front end loaders and stuff, and use the chicken litter on fields for fertilizer. But that's how he got his start in the trucking business, was transporting those rice hulls. And so J.B. Hunt grows with the chicken business. Yeah. Have you ever seen these modern hog farms?
No.
Yeah, they look like poultry farms from the outside. They're the big shiny buildings. You remember the movie Babe? At the beginning, and they come in, they take Babe's mom off and all this, and they're inside. They're inside this huge building and stuff like that. Well, that's the way the modern hog business is. I mean, it's become like the poultry business. These hogs are raised indoors, and they're climate controlled facilities and all that kind of stuff, and they don't go anywhere. They don't have any fun. Isn't that awful? Yeah.
It'll be my next crusade.
Right. Yeah. Most of us from Arkansas prefer our pigs of the Razorback variety. The sort of free range hogs. That was a long tradition in the Ozarks, having free range pigs. But nowadays your mom and pop hog farmer that you saw quite a bit in the Ozarks, even 15 or 20 years ago, has almost gone the way of the other extinct things. You don't see that very often anymore. I can think of there's one kind of mom and pop hog farm that's down on the Missouri-Arkansas state line that I pass when I'm driving back and forth between Missouri and Arkansas, but I can't think of very many anymore. Yeah. Anybody raise hogs? Not really something you thought about. Oh, that's true. The hog farms. Yeah, most of you have probably smelled a chicken house or a poultry farm and how rancid that smell is. Butch is right. The hog farms smell worse, if you can imagine it. Yeah, there aren't really that many industrial hog farms in the Ozarks today. It may be something that's going to eventually catch on. We think of a lot of them are back east, like North Carolina has a lot of hog farms, Virginia, closer to the coast. But we don't have that many industrial hog farms in the Ozarks. But we may be heading that direction.
It's kind of a rough job to do.
Yeah.
It's not something I'd be looking to get into.
No, I wouldn't want to. I don't think I would want to do that. Yeah, I have shoveled knee-deep manure before, but it was cow manure, and even that, you know, you get to mixing that ammonia stuff up, and that'll make you puke pretty quick, you know. So I can only imagine what the hog stuff will do. Yeah. All right, so yeah, somehow we got from JB Hunt to that. I don't know who hauls that, but I'm glad you brought that up, because I hadn't heard about that hog farm yet. Of course, here in Springfield, we've got John Q. Hammond's and his hotel empire. Of course, he made his fortune building hotels and resorts and things like that, and has lots of connections with the university here. George's another poultry company, and Prime. What is Prime? It's a trucking company here in Springfield. Lots of other examples we could talk about, and we will talk about some of them as we go on, but just a few of the Fortune 500 level companies or other large corporations that are headquartered here